Sure, actually one of my favorite, I'll call it an episode from a collection matter that I was working on, enforcement, if you will, of a judgment that we had achieved. I actually wrote it up and had it published in our sort of trade press, if you will, Virginia Lawyers Weekly. It was surreal at the time. I happened to be at the courthouse one day and thought I recognized this individual standing on the courthouse steps at a stereotypical trustee's sale of property. And I said, boy, I thought about it. I couldn't figure out where I knew him from, and then it hit me. This guy owed one of my clients money, and I'm familiar enough with the process that I'd never had to do it on a short-term basis. But while I was standing there, and while he was standing outside the door of the courthouse, I was able actually to work through the clerk's office and the sheriff's office and back to the clerk's office, the paperwork necessary to enforce the judgment. Because it occurred to me that if he's there for a trustee's sale, quite typically you actually have a fair amount of cash on you, which is why they have guards posted and everything else, because of people with money looking to buy at the sale. And I was able, literally, they thought it was like the best thing that had happened there that week. Everyone was very accommodating. I even had to have a friend, a colleague, lend me, I think it was $32 at the time, because I didn't have the cash necessary to pay the fee to file for one of these things. And she's like, are you kidding? You don't even have to pay it back. I'll do it just for the price of admission. And sure enough, I was able to get the paperwork done and accompany the sheriff's deputy down to enforce this judgment against this individual, and he ran. He took off running. And I found out later from the sheriff's deputy, we would not have had the right to search his person and be able to, if he had simply denied having any money on him, I never would have ended up learning about it. But he took off running, and this heavy-set individual amazingly managed to elude what turned out to be about a dozen sheriff's deputies all over the courtyard area of the Fairfax courthouse, until they finally caught him, pinned him against a truck, and were able to, through now search and seizure, were able to seize the thousands of dollars that he had on him that I was able then to turn over. And the sheriff's department office got their cut, but I was able to turn over a large portion back to my client. So that was one of my favorite collection matters.